Good evening, everyone. How are you all today? I welcome you all to yet another powerful session. I would say it as a knowledge capsule, right? We do it every day, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. It's a 30-minute knowledge capsule. So, all the first timers, please make note of this and ensure that you're joining sharp by 7:55. I want to begin this session today by asking you all a question. Have you ever been in a meeting where you walked out feeling like your point wasn't understood, even though you thought you explained it well? I remember in my early career, I had all the right ideas, but often struggled to make them hurt. I would leave those meetings frustrated, asking myself, why isn't anyone getting it? What am I missing? It took me a while, but eventually I realized that I was making some critical communication mistakes. And the answer wasn't two simple but crucial elements: what you say and how you say it. Today, I want to share those mistakes with you so that you can avoid them. And more importantly, how to fix them, ensuring that your message is always clear, compelling, and impactful. Yes? So, in the next 30 minutes, we are going to dive into two essential pillars of impactful communication, which is the content you deliver and the way you deliver it, which is nothing but what you say and how you say it. The twin pillars of powerful communication. But what happens when you're not aligned? When these two things are not aligned? Let me tell you, your message gets lost, your influence is diminished, and the opportunities slip through your fingers. Today, we are going to ensure that it doesn't happen to you again. Mind blowing? Yes? Okay. So, let me tell you, by the end of this session today, you will walk away with a simple formula to transform the way you communicate at work, whether it's leading your meetings, giving presentations, or engaging in your daily conversations. Yeah? So let's start by focusing on the foundation of any impactful communication. Okay? That's your message. What you say. Give me a second. Facing some technical glitch. Okay. So what you say. What you say is the core of your communication. It's the substance, I would say the meat of your conversation or your presentation. But, but if the content isn't clear and relevant, it won't matter how well you deliver it. Right? So, how do we ensure that what we say truly resonates with the people who are listening? Right? So, let me share with you three major mistakes that people make, and then we will dive into how to fix them. All right? Have you ever been bombarded with so much of information that you lose track of what's important? The first common mistake is trying to communicate too much at once. This is often called as information overload. Information overload. Mistake number one. This happens when we want to show we know everything, right? When there's an eagerness to show knowledge, or we want to cover every possible detail. But the result is it can overwhelm the audience. Instead of making it interesting, making it engaging, we are overwhelming the audience. Now, let me give you a scenario here. Consider in a team meeting where each one of you is expected to provide a possible project update. If one of the team member starts listing every single task that he has completed, every minor issue that he has encountered, every steps that he has planned to undertake. Now you, probably as a listener, as one of the team member, may quickly become overwhelmed, right? And the key message is likely to get lost in the sea of unnecessary details. Isn't it? Right? So, information overload, mistake number one. Mistake number two, lack of structure. Now, what does that mean? Another common mistake. While you're delivering a message without a clear structure. For instance, jumping from point to point without any logical flow. This can make even the most critical information hard to follow. For instance, if you're presenting a new initiative to your senior management and you start with the background first, and then you suddenly move to technical details, and then you switch to then you switch to the budget numbers, and then finally end with the goal, the audience might find it challenging to understand your message. The lack of structure makes it difficult for the audience to grasp the key points. Mistake number three, ignoring audience needs. The third mistake is neglecting the needs and priorities of your audience. If you focus on what matters to you instead of the audience, your message can fall flat. And often speakers concentrate on their own agenda rather than considering what the audience truly cares about. And this disconnect can lead to the message being ignored or misunderstood. Your client isn't interested in the details of your internal processes. They care about how your solution addresses their specific problem. I want you to imagine this scenario. You're asked to update your team on a project status. You worked hard, you know your stuff. So you say, the project is going well and we have made progress on few tasks. The room is silent. You see, the room is silent. Why? Why? Because the message lacks clarity and focus. The problem. And it doesn't give your team or your leadership any real insight. Simple, right? It simply doesn't give your team or your leadership any real insights after you've said these lines. Now imagine instead if you say, we have completed 80% of the market research, identified three major trends, and we are finalizing the report by Friday. You'll see, suddenly the team knows exactly where things stand. Clear, precise, and to the point. That's how you craft a message that sticks. Also, focus on specific details that answers the core questions. Now, what are the core questions? What, how, and when? The more precise, the more better. Yes? Instead of saying there's been some progress, say we have hit 3 milestones and here's what comes next. 1, 2, 3. The project is on track. Then provide some supporting details in logical order. This gives your audience confidence in your message. If you're working in a technical field, right? A lot of them probably belong to the technical field, yes. Instead of saying we have encountered some issues, clarify what issues and how they are being addressed. We found a bug in the software that caused the delay. Our team is currently working on a patch, which should be deployed within 24 hours. Clarity wins over complexity. Remember this. So, what's the takeaway? Clarity is the key. Use simple structures like introduction, key points, and conclusion to organize your thoughts. Prioritize three key points and go deep into those. Your audience will remember much more. But, but clarity isn't enough. Your message also needs to be relevant to your audience, right? So, talking about relevance, imagine if you are pitching a process improvement to senior management. You've got the technical details ready. Now, note this: your management or the management doesn't care about the tech, they care about results. So, instead of focusing on the technical details, your presentation should highlight the outcomes that matter to your management. This process will reduce errors by 15%, saving approximately $2 lakhs annually. By focusing on the financial impact, the message is more likely to capture and maintain your management's attention. Yes? If you're presenting to a client, tailor your message to their concerns. The solution will improve your system's uptime by 20%, minimizing disruptions and saving your company approximately $1 lakh annually. Your client will be amazed. This is what they want, right? This is what their pain points are. And you are exactly talking the same language. So tailor your message to what's most to your audience, what matters most to your audience. It could be saving time, it could be reducing cost, it could be enhancing results. Now, whether it's your manager, whether it's your client, start by addressing their pain points. This shift will make your message 10x more impactful. Now, I want you all to think of a recent communication that you had and identify how you could have made it more relevant to your clients, to your senior management, or to your team. Yes? Superb. Let's move on. So, the key takeaway here is focus on the outcomes. Now that you've understood the what, let's move on how you deliver your message. This brings us to the second most powerful pillar of your communication, your delivery, how you say it. Yes? Now imagine saying, I'm excited about this project, but you are sitting back, your arms are crossed, you're speaking in a monotone voice. You think anyone will believe you? Am I showing excitement? I'm excited about this project. So when it comes to delivery, The number one mistake that we make is speaking in monotone. Now, what is this? This happens when there is no variation in your pitch, pace, or there is no emphasis on the words. And when you do this, it's easy to lose your audience's attention, no matter how important your message is. But what if I leaned forward, smiled, and added energy to my voice and said, I'm excited about this project? Now, my body and my words are in sync, and people believe me, right? So, your tone should reflect the emotion behind your words. If you're excited, show it. If you're serious, make sure your voice matches that tone. A monotone voice can make even the best idea seem very dull. Practice highlighting the key words and using pauses for effect. For example, instead of saying we had a good quarter, flat tone, right? We had a good quarter. Try, we had a great quarter. Now, what did I do? I emphasized on the word great. And before I could say the word great, I took a pause. We had a great quarter. When you emphasize and when you pause, it resonates more. So the next time you give that project update, try saying the project is progressing very well and we are right on the track for the deadline. With energy and a slight pause after key phrases. Yes, you'll notice how much more engaged your audience will be. So, the key takeaway, align your tone with your message. Use variation in your pitch, pace. Go slow wherever required. Go fast wherever required. Not too fast, not too slow, but the right pace and emphasis to keep your audience engaged. Now, when you witness someone giving a presentation, they stand stiffly, they avoid eye contact, and they barely move. You know what's missing? The confidence. Mistake number 2, closed off body language. Arms are crossed. You lack eye contact. You're standing rigidly. These cues can make you appear unapproachable, sometimes disinterested, or even defensive, regardless of what words you are saying. Now, to fix this issue, use open gestures. Keep your arms uncrossed. Make natural eye contact and move confidently in your space. You don't have to stand in one place and talk. Use that space around you to move towards your left, towards your right. Make eye contact with your audience. Give smile. When you say, I'm open to your ideas, right? I'm open to your ideas. I can probably say, I'm open to your ideas, Aarti. Make sure your body language is actually open. I'm open to your ideas, Aarti. Using some inviting gesture, lean forward slightly and maintain eye contact. Keep your arms open, your posture upright to show openness and confidence. When you're presenting new strategy to your senior management, try standing with your arms by your sides, not on your pockets, not behind. Make natural eye contact, use hand gestures to emphasize the key points. This will make you appear more confident, approachable, and making your message more convincing. So, takeaway number 2. What is that? Open and confident body language. Yes? The third mistake is when you have inconsistent non-verbal cues. Inconsistent non-verbal cues. Now, what does that mean? Imagine saying, I'm confident in I'm confident in this decision, but your voice is shaky and you are probably fidgeting. And this creates confusion and makes it hard for the people to believe in you. Practice aligning your verbal and non-verbal communication, your words and your body language. If you are expressing confidence, stand tall. Use a firm tone. Maintain a steady eye contact. It's about making sure your entire presence supports your message. When you tell a client we are fully committed to meeting your deadlines, make sure your hands are still, your posture is strong, you're making a direct eye contact. This alignment between your words and your body language will assure the client of your commitment, right? So, takeaway number 3, make sure your facial expression, your tone, your body language are all aligned with your message. Yes? The most powerful communication happens when your words, tone, and body language work together. If your words say one thing and your body says another, your message loses impact. But when everything is aligned, you become a communicator people trust and believe in you. You become a communicator who people trust and believe. In short, we have covered two pillars of impactful communication today: what you say and how you say it. Now, whether you're pitching to client, leading team meeting, or simply sharing your ideas, remember this: clear content, relevant to your audience, and delivering with confidence plus energy is the formula for your communication success. Yes? So take these insights and apply them to your next conversation, your next presentation. Notice how much more engaged your audience will be when your content is clear and your delivery is compelling and your words and your body language are aligned. Yeah, I'm sure you'll had some good insights today. And if you'll want such daily dose of insights, I want you to attend the daily sessions that we conduct sharp at 8 p.m. But be there by 7:55 p.m., 30-minute session. And tomorrow's session is all about this. Yes, ditch junk food. It's written as for your kids, but I'm sure we all equally need this dose, right? So let's be there tomorrow sharp by 7:55, not 8. Okay? Because we'll be starting sharp by 8. Yes? So, Coach Srinivasu will be there to deliver the session tomorrow, and I'm not going to miss this for sure. Yeah? So, join our WhatsApp community if you're a first timers, and if you haven't joined the WhatsApp community, where you'll get the details of and the joining link for the sessions, and of course some key takeaways that will be shared in the WhatsApp group. So if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, please be there and join. All other community groups will be closed, and this will be the only group where we'll be sharing the updates to you. The link is in the chat box. Team has already shared with you. Okay. And I already mentioned set reminder for 7:55 and join in. And here is the link to tomorrow's session, the LinkedIn page, where I want you to follow and reshare the post for tomorrow's session within your circle. Repost and reshare. And once you've done that, give me a thumbs up. The link is in the chat box. Cool? Do it for a foot right away. And see you all tomorrow. Sharp at what time? Yes, 7:55. I hope you all have reshared, reposted this within your circle. See you all tomorrow for yet another powerful session. Goodbye, good night, take care. Thank you.